All right. Let's get into this. So, for those of you that did not see it on Twitter, the ADL put out they put out a banger on Twitter. They have condemned the use of the term goy slop. Why have they done that? Because goy slop is an anti-Semitic slur. You heard it here first, folks. The ADL, the same retards that called Pepe the Frog a symbol. You guys remember that bullshit? Poor Pepe the Frog out here catching strays for no reason from the ADL. A while back, they actually went after Hamas pickles, but, you know, because they're fucking, they're useless and they don't actually do shit. They never actually ended up doing anything to Hassan. Hey, whatever. You know, ADL, common ADL, L. That's a very confusing sentence. Nobody was expecting the ADL to actually do shit to Hassan, but, you know, it never hurts to be on the copium a little bit. But, they have, once again, reared their head to say some dumb shit, and they got absolutely fucking ratioed by Shoe0nhead, and they hid her reply on Twitter. The funniest fucking shit ever, man. I'm telling you, I have such anti-Semitism fatigue. Everything you fucking say is anti-Semitic. Like, you can't criticize Israel, because if you do that, you're fucking anti-Semitic. It's so tiring. It's so tiring. It's so exhausting. At a certain point, you just stop giving a shit, and you just sort of embrace it. You just kind of come to terms with it. This is those dang, I tell ya. But let's get into it. Let's get into the ADL being retarded. So in this video, we're going over a very interesting situation. I'm excited, Shoe0nhead, as you can tell by the tone in my voice. Countless internet users who are criticizing a recent decision to designate a particular phrase as a slur. When it comes to organizations that have the power or the perceived power to designate certain things as hateful, there's a lot of free speech implications, and a lot of people call into question why we're even tolerating this sort of thing in the first place. I know, who the fuck gave the ADL like this power? Shoe0nhead would mock and criticize this. Who the fuck said the ADL can decide what is a slur and what isn't a slur? Who the fuck gave them that power? What makes them think they have that fucking power? What made them think they have the power to you know, to have that make those sort of calls? I was like, these people are fucking retarded, right? I mean, we can't ever forget that these are the people that called Pepe the Frog a symbol. Recent decision. Her reply was hidden by the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, that holds within its goals to mark certain things as hateful or slurs or what have you. You can see their previous line of work a few years ago designating Pepe the Frog as a hate symbol. Feels bad, man. But you can see the apps. Oh, was it that? Was it a hate symbol? Was it not? All right, correction. It was a hate symbol. Pepe the Frog is a hate symbol. Absolute ridiculous nature of some of the things that they do. Now, there was a possible moment of redemption for this group back a few months ago when they were targeting Hassan Piker, but unfortunately they looked like paper tigers. They never actually did anything to Hassan Piker. He really was the golden boy for whatever they were trying to do, but they really let that one. I know, that's true. He's always talking about Israel. You would think that would go hard after him. Just yesterday, targeting PUBG, stating that their online gaming leaderboard showed that they haven't implemented basic protections to keep human players safe from anti-Semitism and extremism. Now, this would get mocked endlessly, but this was not the viral post that everyone's recently talking about. That post was talked about by Shoe0nhead, and it seems like they have a particular bone to pick with her because they selected her reply and decided to hide it because it was ratioing them into the shadow realm. Oof.
Now here's the post in question. It says this: a slur doesn't stop being a slur because teenagers started using it. Today's New York Times On Language column treats the anti-Semitic slur goy slop as a fun linguistic curiosity rather than what it is, a term rooted in white supremacist conspiracy theories. Normalizing this kind of language is dangerous. Goy slop is not just edgy slang. It combines goy with the Hebrew word that colloquially refers to non-Jews with slop to promote a conspiracy theory that Jewish people are deliberately poisoning non-Jews with cheap food to keep them docile. It was coined and spread by anti-Semites and white supremacists. No amount of teenage adoption changes that origin. Such terms spread negative stereotypes and conspiracy theories. Their normalization is exactly what the bigots who coined them aspire to be. And here you can see their definition. And then the
Stunning and Brave from the ADL there. By the way, how do you guys feel about that conspiracy theory? That shit's fucking hilarious to me, man.
11 million views on this tweet that clearly went viral, but not for the reasons the ADL was hoping. Despite having 11 million views, it only has 1,900 likes and over 2,000 quotes, mostly dunking on them, but only 82 replies. Well, that's because they locked the replies.
Darn. Well, that's deeply unfortunate, isn't it?
True free speech advocates right here. They didn't like what people are saying, so of the 82, they basically hid almost all of them, including Shoe0nhead's response. But yeah, to hide replies...
Not my commie mommy!
On Twitter, you have to manually do that with every single reply, which is quite the effort, but it just shows they don't want any feedback. So here's what Shoe0nhead said in response. Wait. Goy, the Hebrew word that refers to non-Jews. So you have your own little slur for us, but we're bad for using it ourselves. LMFAO. You can see she got 34,000 likes.
God damn, 34,000 likes versus 1,900? That is a crazy fucking ratio. Holy shit. Damn, I understand why they hid her reply now. God damn. Honestly, valid crash out from the ADL. Good lord. Damn, that's fucking embarrassing. Holy shit.
Likes, a brutal ratio, but the ratio was so bad that they decided to hide her reply.
Absolutely butt-fuck them.
A complete white flag waving of defeat right here when you hide someone's replies and they still brutally ratio you. And Shoe0nhead would quote the situation doing a follow-up saying, the ADL hid my reply. Can you believe this? How could they be so mean to the birthday girl? So apparently it was her birthday when this happened. And
yeah, I did see that. That's what I originally saw, because Shoe0nhead, she tweeted out, I'm paraphrasing, but she basically tweeted out something like, I'm allowed to be racist on my birthday. She was fucking hilarious. But yeah, like, they hid her reply because she barely pointed out that goy is basically just a slur that the Jews use for non-Jews.
And, happy belated birthday, everyone.
That was a crazy fucking ratio, man. Holy shit.
Happy birthday in the reply
34K.
section. Or the comment section here. I forget what platform I'm on sometimes. But yeah, that is a pretty funny, happy belated birthday. Everyone drop a happy birthday in the reply section. Or the comment section here. I forget what platform I'm on sometimes. But yeah, that is a pretty...
Look, I fucking do that shit as well, man. I call replies on Twitter comments as well. It's the same fucking shit. Replies and comments, they're interchangeable.
Funny development, but you can see some of the people attacking Shoe0nhead. Here's...
No, cat. All it takes for Shoe0nhead's haters to defend Jews is for Shoe0nhead to criticize Jews.
A post kind of summing up what happened, and this user says claps back and it's Nazi stuff.
The Nazi stuff, naturally, because the socialist leftist is a fucking Nazi.
Yes. So Shoe calling into question the legitimacy of this decision and also the hypocrisy is clearly Nazi stuff. But of course, these people lie as easily as they breathe. They're just scathing hypocrites. And someone looked up the same terms for this person's account who routinely uses the phrase, the ADL would like to have a word with you, hypocrites. But anyways, going back.
No, you mean to tell me they've been using goy slop? Don't you know that's a slur, buddy?
To the post, like I said.
That's an anti-Semitic slur, bro. What are you doing?
They locked the replies. They tried to limit who could engage. Of course, you can still.
I love it when they lock the replies. When they lock the replies, that's how you know they understand that what they said is fucking retarded.
Quote the post.
That or they just can't handle the criticism because they're little bitches.
But what's really interesting is,
which, to be fair, is very possible.
All but
these people can always dish it out, but they can never take it.
They left up Asmongold's reply. I guess they just saw him and they were stricken with fear or something. So they left his in saying, here are some additional horrible slurs that some bigots online have been using. Hopefully you can use these to better combat anti-Semitism. None of these are funny, and anyone laughing is a horrible person, with various examples provided. Also,
I'm a horrible person.
23,000 likes, completely ratioing them. Why they left this but hid shoes is a very interesting thing. But Asmongold would have more to say.
I have a conspiracy theory about that. I think it's because Shoe tends to be more critical of Israel than Asmongold. Asmongold will criticize Israel here and there, but I think Asmongold he does defend Israel quite a bit more. Shoe0nhead is very, very critical of Israel. That's my little conspiracy theory. That's my little tinfoil hat moment there.
About this, so
but that would be my guess as to why they hid Shoe0nhead's reply, but left Asmongold's reply.
This a quick listen.
I thought this was really fucking funny. So Shoe0nhead claps back.
It was really fucking funny.
Referring to goy slop as a slur. Wait. Goy, the Hebrew word that refers to non-Jews. So you have your own little slur for us, but we're the bad ones for using it ourselves. Yeah, goy is our N-word.
Bro, I fucking love Asmongold. Never in a million years would I have thought to describe the word goy as our N-word. Wow. I mean, not wrong, I guess. Goy, if goy is just, it's the Hebrew word for non-Jews, then yeah, I mean, technically, I guess you could argue that goy is like our personal little N-word.
Understand that? So, like, whenever you say the word goy, you're taking it back from the oppressors.
What's up, my goy?
Like, we are allowed to say goy because, again, they use this word to hold us down for 3,000 years, okay?
That's realest shit ever.
Like,
rules for thee, but not for me. The whole thing is very hypocritical. I think that is the baseline of all of this. And also, when you want to designate a certain term as a slur and basically wag your finger and say you can't say that anymore, what do you think the internet's gonna do? Like, what?
Say it even more. I mean, look at what happened with the word retard, right? For all of these years, we were told that we can't say retard anymore. The R slur! The R slur! You can't say the R slur! Look at what has happened now. The retard is back. Retard is back with a vengeance, baby.
Were you born yesterday? This is
we can say retard and we're not going to get canceled for it anymore.
The amount of people saying this stuff. It's a complete and utter backfire entirely. And at the end of the day, the fact that they hid Shoe's reply, that they were so shooketh from what she said, really tells me...
if I was a Jew, I would also be horrified of Shoe0nhead.
That they don't really stand on their business. And again, I find it to be very interesting that a group like this exists that gets to decide whether or not something has now become problematic. I think there's a lot of implications from that, and in no way is it bigoted to criticize those decisions and the organization making it, despite what I'm sure...
I mean, the ADL is just full. The ADL is just full of a bunch of dickheads. Why do they have this power? They shouldn't have this power. They don't really have any power, but I guess you can argue they do carry a bit of influence, which they really shouldn't, because a lot of the shit they talk about, they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
They, and probably the media and also a lot of the progressive people, will try to convince you of otherwise. That is perfectly within your right to criticize decisions like this. But anyways, that's going to do it for this situation. If you enjoyed the video, please consider giving the video a like, consider subscribing, and turning on
will, and
notifications
I
for
am
daily
subscribed,
uploads, as well as multiple streams a week here live on YouTube.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time.
There you have it, chat. That is the Shoe0nhead versus ADL situation. I didn't think we would see it. I didn't think we would see the day, boys. There you have it. Shoe0nhead went toe-to-toe with the ADL. And if you ask me, I think Shoe0nhead, easiest W in history right there for Shoe0nhead. That ratio was absolutely diabolical.